で「I'm crazy」と叫びながら
そういう流れになる。
馬場さんと猪木さん
プロレスビジネスっていうのを理解してうまくやってた人たちだっていう。
日本にちょっと住んでらっしゃいましたよね。何年ぐらい住んでた？
About a year and 8 months.
その時に同じくアメフトをやってたっていう大森隆夫、まだ若手だったんですけど、連れてハンセンさんと僕ステーキを食べに行ったことがあるんですけど。
Yeah, I liked Maury. Maury was a good guy, nice guy. He was a good young talent that came up, and he became a really good star too.
ハンセンさんともタッグ組みましたからね。
Yeah, we were partnered up for a little while. That's right.
やっぱりそれは彼がアメリカンフットボールのプレイヤーだったっていうことも。
Maybe so. I think a lot of ex-football players make good wrestlers, and I think the same thing applied to him.
日本ではでもアメリカンフットボールやってる人はあんまり少ないですけどね。
I think didn't Yoshi played a little American football.
Which one is that?
Yoshi.
あ、ヨシ。はいはいはい。ヨシヒロさんですね。ヨシヒロ桃田。桃田、いや、桃田光雄さんのお兄さんで、ヨシヒロ桃田さんは、アメフトやってたんじゃなかったかな。
I thought he did. I thought he played a little American football.
あと僕は日本でもうスタンハンセンさんをね、空港に送り迎えとか、プライベートでも一緒に行動したことが何度もあるんですけど、日本からアメリカに帰る直前に当時ジャスコによってふりかけとかおせんべいをいっぱい買いまくってたんですけど、それをもう箱にいっぱい詰めて、
you stuff
I'm crazy と叫びながら。
Yeah. I was always supposed to get Koshihikari new rice.
で、ふりかけ、シャカシャカ So many.
My grandkids, my grandbabies say shaka shaka.
ジャカシャカ。
They like.
日本に来て、今度は新日本プロレスにビンスマクマホンシニアさんのね、ブッキングで来るんですけど、日本でスターになったのはニュージャパン時代なんですね。
Yeah. I mean, I got, and I owe that to Andre the Giant.
アンドレとの一騎打ちはどうですか？
Andre is the guy that really got me over in Japan.
じゃあもうボディースラムで投げた一戦、田園コロシアムですか？
Yeah, great match, great opponent. Andre was a smart guy, He needed an opponent. You can't wrestle Inoki every time. You can't wrestle Giant Baba every time. So I fought him. I was just being my style, but Andre heard. He could hear the reaction to the people, and so I think Andre decided that maybe Stan Hansen could be a good opponent for him in Japan.
猪木さんとか馬場さんがいくらいい対戦相手だって言っても、もうずっとその人たちだけと対戦するわけにはいかないですよね。
そうですね。
だから自分は独自のスタイルでいろいろ頑張ってました。それはアンドレはそれをなんか耳にしたんだと思いますね。でそれでこの人だったらスターになれるんじゃないかって、そこをなんかアンドレも考えてくれたみたいです。
So he was smart. He heard the people react to me fighting. And, he says, this is somebody I can wrestle in Japan, many times.
だからなんかお客さんの歓声を聞いて、この人だったら何戦してもお客さんは盛り上がるだろうなっていうのは、なんかアンドレは直感したわけですよね。
Instead of some handicap match where there's two guys or something, he needed an opponent.
Yeah.
And I think I was it. Then when Andre the Giant put you down on the mat and he stood over you and you see this butt that's this big, and he's fixing to come down on your chest. That's a scary sight.
それもそうだし、やはりウエスタンラリアットをやったのはニュージャパンなんですよ、初めてね。
I'm not quite sure. Maybe I started using it there.
その頃ですね。だから最初にオールジャパンに来た時はやってなくて、っていうエルボーはやってたんですけど。
I think you are right. I think I went back to the States after and developed, tried to figure out to use the lariat. And when I came back, I started using it for New Japan, and Inoki gave me that opportunity,
ラリアットはやっぱりアメリカンフットボールから来てるんですか？
Yeah, I played middle linebacker, and on defense, when I played, you could hit somebody in the head with the clothesline. But they soon changed that rule where you couldn't do that because so many people got hurt. So they quit allowing that. But when I was playing, I got to do that. And that's where I kind of got the lariat from. Today, you can't do that.
今はできないですね。反則になりますね。
In football.
フットボール。
フットボールの人は。はい。
それはプロレスで、やっぱプロレスは激しいわけですね。
Yeah.
猪木さんについてどうですか？
Well, I heard he's been a little under the weather, but I hear he's doing better now, and I'm really happy that he's almost out of the hospital or is out of the hospital and doing better. So I'm happy to hear that.
自分が日本で活躍していた時の猪木さんとか新日本の時代はどうでした？
No, he was great. He was quick. He was as quick as a cat, and he constantly had new moves that would throw you off,
あと、じゃあ、ちょっと聞きたいことがあって、これ、日本中の人がみんな聞きたいと思うんですけど、いろんな違いというか、比較が仕方はあると思うんですけど、馬場さんと猪木さんの比較をハンセンさん的にすればどうなんでしょう？
I really did not go outside the ring, outside the business with either Baba or Inoki, even though I worked for Baba for a very long time. And I mean, I've had dinner with each of them over the years, but not very many. I mean, just a few times. But they're both, they were both at the top of the game. I mean, they were the boss. They knew their business. They did their business well.
試合としてはどうでしたか？
Well, Baba was more, Inoki was a little bit quicker, and he could do a lot of fancy type moves. Baba was more straight at you, very physical, and he had the great tendon strength. He didn't look strong, but he was strong. So, two different styles, two different guys, different.
馬場さんに関しては、先ほど言いましたように、剣の力が非常に強くて、見た目は強そうには見えないんだけど、剣の力が、ナチュラルパワーがすごくて、真正面からぶつかっていく方のタイプですね。
確かに
技をするよりは。
試合の内容が違いましたもんね。でもスタンハンセンさんは、アントニオ猪木さんの NWF も猪木さんから、ジャイアント馬場さんの PWF も馬場さんから直接取ってる数少ない外国人選手。
I'm not sure if there is anybody else. There might be, but at one time, I guess they used to tell me I was the only one that had beat both of them for the belt. But that I'm not saying that there's not somebody else that could have done it or whatever, but I feel great pride in being able to have beaten Baba and also Inoki because they were both very, very good at what they did.
ただなんかやっぱり猪木さんも馬場さんもねトップの選手だったわけですから、その2人とも当たってそれで勝つことができたっていうのを振り返った時にすごく誇れるような気持ちになりますよね。
すごいですよ。実は聞いた話なんですけど、狭山タイガーさんと仲良かったっていう。
Yes, yeah, yeah. I got to know him and through Pete Roberts, really, you know, and Pete and him were good friends. So I got to know him, and then you know, through New Japan too.
先生とテッドさんは長い付き合いだったハンセンさん知ってるんですか？
Yeah, right. You
Actually,
yeah, you were
almost 40
friends
years now.
and worked with him
Yeah.
in you know in and around different kind of wrestling business or whatever. That's good.
狭山さんち泊まったことあるんですか？
Yeah, I did. We did. He lived somewhere fairly close to Shinjuku, and Pete Roberts and I were at the Kale Plaza, and Pete knew him very well, so he invited us over, and we went to his house and ate supper one day on the day off.
すごいですね。
はい。
あと誰仲良かったですか？藤原？
藤原？
藤波？
Yeah, you know, later I got to know Fujiwara. You know, when I just barely knew who he was at New Japan, but I got to we're the exact same age.
じゃあお年を召してからまた藤原さんと仲良くなったみたい。
Yeah, I mean, I knew him. Yeah, I mean, I was just I mean, he was wrestling for New Japan when I was there, but yeah, we really didn't get to know each other till after.
藤原さんと同い年なんですか？
はい。
同い年なんです。
Yes, I think I am his younger brother. He's my older brother. We both
同
born
い
in
年
the
ですよね。
same year.
ハンセンさんの方が30歳若く見えます。
Ooh, you better run. Fujiwara get you.
逃げた方がいいですよ。それと。
このね、皆さん、日本のファンも皆さん、スタンハンセンさん好きなんで、メッセージをお願いします。
Well, I appreciate Tiger and everything that he's trying to do to bring about all the wrestling to all the fans in Japan. I personally miss Japan so very much. The fans, the culture, the food, all the different friends. I miss Japan. I hope to come again. And don't forget.
We'll do it together with the fans who are watching this right now. So
Yeah.
he's gonna be a ring announcer, and he's gonna call your name, and we'll all do it together one more time.
Okay.
300パウンド、スタンハンセン
You.
ありがとうございました。Thank you very much for coming here.
Arigato. Come on.
See you next time.
See you next time.